Alright guys, today we are going to be reacting to Don't Come to Germany if you don't have this. Jump in.
Hi everyone, what is up? My name is Haley. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you did not know, now you do. Hey you guys, what's up? So in today's video, y'all, I'm going to be brutally honest and probably going to hurt some feelings, but I'm going to be talking about why you should not move to Germany. Now, I got a message the other day, you guys, and that's what pushed me to make this video. It was the perfect slide or transition into this topic, and I've received a few videos or a few emails like this over the years. I've been doing YouTube for a while, and basically people upset with my representation of Germany on my channel because it's not realistic, and they've maybe moved to Germany based on my recommendation and it hasn't turned out in their favor and they failed, and maybe they've had to go back home and it wasn't as positive as I maybe make it seem here on YouTube. And so I wanted to maybe be the cool aunt, you know, the aunt that gives you amazing advice. You know, you tell things that you wouldn't tell your parents, but you listen to her. That's gonna be me. I'm gonna be telling y'all things that you probably don't want to hear, but you need to hear if you're thinking about making Germany your new home. And so what that means,
Let's do it. We're ready.
Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and let me know down below in the comment section what you think about this topic, if you have anything else to add. Housing is very competitive here, and I think that I have made so many videos about this topic that I don't think I've sugarcoated it. Getting a home here in a major city in Germany is hard. If you think that you're gonna come here and get a studio or one-bedroom apartment within 5 days and you have 100 other applicants before you and you put in your application and you're going to get it as a foreigner in Germany, think again. It's not gonna happen. And if you're in this predicament, this is where Housing Anywhere comes into play, who happens to be today's video sponsor. Come to Germany if you are broke or poor. I think a lot of people confuse when I talk.
I think that's a great advice. No way you should go. You know what's crazy? A lot of people think that moving to these European countries broke somehow is gonna magically work. Yeah, they're gonna work if they're gonna make you work like a slave, probably. But it's not ideal. It's not the right thing. If you're a legal documented person and you do things by the law, you need to have some backup.
Talk about affordability and cost of living and X, Y, and Z. They confuse that with being cheap. I didn't say that it's cheap. I mean, groceries are cheaper here than they are in the United States where I'm from. So, but I didn't say that it's cheap to move here. I said that the living is affordable compared to my life in the United States, which it is. That's a fact for me. May not be a fact for you, but you also have to be honest with yourself and how much money you have. I came to Germany with, I don't remember what I've said here online before, y'all, but I'm pretty sure it was like $40, negative $40, something around there. Probably said 400, but it was closer to 40, y'all. I had no money. And I think this was the dumbest decision that I could have ever made.
Not her fault, man. Millennials, you know, I can guarantee you, we all make mistakes like that, you know, but you know, you get older, you get more wiser. And then you stop making mistakes like that.
Traveling to a foreign country with no money in the bank, if it is very expensive for you to move in your small circle to another town, or even in your same city, even in your same country, you think, wow, that's very expensive to move to this new city. If that's a factor for you, or if that's something in the back of your mind, you need to reevaluate if moving across an ocean, across a continent, across multiple countries is for you or is something that you can afford. The next point is probably the most brutally honest point that there is, and it will humble a lot of people. It humbled me. But if you don't have any experience and you don't have any skills, you probably don't need to come to Germany. Germany is a land of skills, certification, licenses, etc., etc. And if you don't have any of those things, even if you do have those things, if they're not accepted in Germany, you will be slayed / demolished, chewed up, spit out at the bottom of the totem pole. You have to ask
bro,
yourself.
really, it's that hard, bro. I mean, we reacted to multiple videos regarding people, foreigners, moving to Germany, but having a hard time trying to keep themselves there. I guess if you're a content creator, you can make it happen. However, for foreigners, if you want to like do like a white collar work or something in that regard, right? It's gonna be a little difficult, huh?
If it's not working in your country for you, do you really think it's going to work
Yeah.
for you in a foreign country where the language is different, where the culture is different, where society is different, where the economic structure is different? Do you think it's going to work for you then? If it's not working here, why would it work over there? Especially if you don't have any skills or experience.
Or the language.
Now, some people do, and it's just not accepted in Germany. This was my issue, you guys. And I had to do a lot of odd jobs, a lot of things that I won't say were beneath me, but I knew that I could do more with the qualification and education that I had in the United States, but I wasn't allowed to do that in Germany because it's not the same system. And so the best advice that I could give you is learning to market yourself and your skills, getting the certification and the education that is required to do your job in Germany, and having the paperwork and having the letters and having all of this paperwork, basically bureaucracy with you, so nobody in Germany is able to tell you no. Because if they tell you no and you're not able to combat it with actual factual evidence and proof, you're not going to be able to progress. But if you're just coming here with nothing, it's not something that I recommend. I know it seems fun.
And not only that's very irresponsible, because not only you're moving to a different country where language is a barrier, you might be in a position where you could be homeless. That's not okay.
I know it seems like, woohoo, I'm in Europe, I'm gonna be Emily in Paris, I'm gonna be Lizzie McGuire, when in Rome, all of those things, but it's not like that, y'all.
Yeah.
I promise you it's not. Sometimes in my head I think that it is, but I'm knocked down harshly to reality when it is not. So hello from editing chicken, Haley, you guys. While editing this video, I totally realized that I missed out on something that I wanted to bring up with this point. And it is the simple fact that even though you might find jobs that are unconventional or not meeting your expectations or not falling into your skill set or your qualification to the video. The next thing is that if you are not able to adapt, you should not come to Germany, because a lot of people, they come to Germany and they...
That is a good advice right here. When you go to a country like that, make it easier for you by what? You have to adapt. You have to assimilate.
Realize that the culture is very different, or it's hard to assimilate to, or it's hard to accommodate. It's hard to like fit into the German mold. And for a lot of people, that has a huge multiple negative implications on their health, on their well-being, and they realize that they're in a very dark place when they come to Germany because they aren't able to like make it work. And the thing is, you need to be able to adapt. You need to change for the culture. The culture should not change for you. You should not want the culture to change for you, because 9 times out of 10, that's why you go to a foreign country, is to experience that culture. And so why do you want it to change for you? That shouldn't happen. And if you are in such a dark place and you're not like progressing and you're not happy and you're not positive and you're not getting anywhere, I always tell people it's not bad to leave. It's okay to leave. It's okay to go back home. I know a lot of people say it's my last chance or it's my big move and I don't want to seem like a failure. So what? It's your life. And there are so many, like I say, ebbs and flows and highs and lows that you will experience. But I think for a lot of people, they underestimate the struggle of learning to assimilate into a culture. Because a lot of times, and I say this all the time, not to say that you will lose yourself, but you will have to make adjustments to who you are as an individual, and you will most likely change. If you really like who you are, if you really love your personality and how you are in your home country or wherever you're coming from, You need to really sit and think to yourself, is it worth it for me to go to this new country because I know that I'm going to change? I think I've made positive changes. I've made some bad changes as well, but generally speaking, I've made positive changes that I would have never made if I had not come to Germany. But I am a very different person. That could be with age as well, throw that factor in there as well, than I was before I came here. And it's not to say that I'm better or worse, I'm just totally different. And so those were all the points, but I do want to do a little fast round of things that I've maybe talked about over and over on my channel, but they fit perfectly in this video. The first one is going to be that you should learn the language if you feel that German is not the language for you, or that
that is self-explanatory. If you don't learn the language, you are literally shooting yourself in the foot.
you do not want to learn the German language, don't come to Germany.
Yeah.
If you think it's going to be free health insurance and vacation days all the time.
And this is what a lot of see. There's sometimes Americans, man. They come with these stupid statements, man. When they go to Europe, it's very dishonest and disingenuous. No, free. You just come there and they just never, bro. It's not like that, man. These people, you're talking about Europeans. They're very responsible with some of these systems. And you're saying that, yo, you just come there, get seen, they will take you like that. No, like it doesn't work like that, man. Some of these Americans is just, they need to relax when they go to Europe. Seriously, they need to relax.
Don't come to Germany. If you're not able to deal with being alone for extended periods of time, don't come to Germany. If you're not okay with directness and you get very, how do you say, sensitive when people are direct to you, it can come off as being an asshole, I know. I've been there, but if you're very sensitive to those things, don't come to Germany. If you hate the winter, don't come to Germany. If you don't understand the concept of taxes and it's not just money coming out of your paycheck, but for the greater good of society, do not come to Germany. Yeah. And finally, if you do not have an open mind, don't come to Germany. But I feel like those are very obvious. And like I said, I didn't want to go too much into detail about.
Well, some of these are very obvious, but some people don't understand it. They pretend. See, and this is what I think about. This is me thinking, giving my opinion on this. Germany, it seems like it's a great country, a great history, right? And people want to go there, but they want to go there just where without. They go to Berlin and Munich or München, to go to the little group and speak English, but they don't want to assimilate and understand German culture. And I don't think that's a great way or excuse to even start traveling around. If you're gonna go to Germany as a student, but then you want to hang out with your own peer groups, your own people, just put it that way, I don't think you're not respecting the German culture. Probably you're not even enriching yourself with the culture. I don't know, man. Great advice, like always. Love her channel. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' opinion regarding this topic. Meantime, guys, I'll see you next one.